you for what you're trying to do for the whole Catholic school system. I think there's a lot of great stuff in it. I came out of 16 years of Catholic education from Georgetown, did a couple of years Teach for America, right down the street from St. Columkill in the early 90s. I think that's where you were. And did that for a while, then left, had about a 10-year experience in law school and practicing law. And then about 10 years ago came back and opened up an inner city school at a Catholic church that had shut their school down about 15 years earlier. Opened up a charter school there, named it after my elementary school principal, who may wish to remain nameless on that, but yes. And what I did when I was researching opening the school is I looked at a lot of different models. I actually went up to Nativity Prep up in San Jose, not the one here. And one of the things that they did was they did like a 10-day camping trip with their kids, got their kids out of San Jose into nature. That was a great thing. What we ended up deciding to do was go with about 175-day, but an 8-hour day. So our kids do a longer day. Our kids over the past 8 years have done extremely well. We have 2 schools now. We're in the top sort of 20 statewide in terms of low-income kids and performance. And the main thing that we do the longer day for most of our kids. And then our kids who are even further behind, we actually do 200 to 210 8-hour days. They come in and do a lot more work. For that time, our kids who are performing well, we try to get them out to the beach, we try to do all these various things with them. So the main thing that we do is we try to differentiate between our kids, our inner city kids, and they're 95% low income. The ones who are performing, we give them sort of incentives to get out of the classroom. And for the ones who aren't, we believe they're going to do even more days than the Catholic schools are doing now. So my question is, would it make sense to sort of differentiate as well between the schools? And what's confusing to me is sort of the one-size-fits-all approach. Whereas, I mean, different schools can do different things just like different kids can. And within the schools that are going to do the 200 days, I hope that there's some sort of plan like that. I'm sure someone will choose that kind of thing.
Right, and I guess what I'm saying is we're doing exactly what you would do. We're differentiating at the school. We would suggest differentiating at the school level. And I guess what I would say, and again, having been at a high-performing school, is that I don't see that as being homogenous. You know, when you talk about a high-achieving school, you still have a bell curve, you still have kids who are low-performing, you still have kids who are struggling, you still have a variety of different ability levels. You might skew more, you know, toward the bell curve, but I see the differentiation taking place more at the school site level versus saying blanketly, let's take this school off the list or take this school off the list. I don't think that necessarily is the best way to approach it, because I think then you're making broad assumptions based on what an assumed kind of identity of the population is.
But is there an option where in the 200 days, maybe 20 of them are just reserved for kids that aren't performing well?
Sure, and I guess what I would say though too is maybe and again, you know, there's a lot of flexibility built in here. So I guess, and that's what we've been trying to say too, is it's not a cookie cutter approach to this. It's not simply desk time or seat time. Everyone's going to be doing the same thing. But maybe those kids who are excelling, who are achieving at a high level, maybe they're coming in and doing peer tutoring at that time. So maybe there is a kind of a win-win. Maybe they get to interact with their peers in a way to do peer tutoring or something along those lines. But I guess I would say, just to your question, yes. I mean, I think there is flexibility as far as how we look at that time being used. I think what we wouldn't want to do, though, is to say this school wouldn't benefit at all from an extended use.